Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Millionaire. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, still welcome. This is a channel we talk about everything personal finance, personal development, budgeting, investment, everything good to do with money, and everything to do with being an international student in Australia. So if those are topics that interest you, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification button so you don't miss another episode. So on today's episode, I just wanted to talk about an emergency fund, and I'll just be defining what an emergency fund is, why it's important, and why you need it. And yeah, let's get right into it. An emergency fund is a cash reserve specifically set aside for unplanned expenses or financial emergencies, and it doesn't always have to be spent on negative experiences. It can be used for surprises for loved ones, but mostly it's usually for negative experiences such as car breakdown, house repair, unexpected medical bills, or just something. Life is full of emergencies, guys. There's a saying that goes, anything that can go wrong will go wrong, so plan on it going wrong. Okay guys, believe it or not, an emergency fund is the most important part of your investment portfolio, and this is because it protects it from risk, it protects it from derailment, it protects it from you taking away from its progress. Because let's say you have a sick child or a sick relative and you have a bill of 70,000 Kenyan shillings to clear, and you have some savings in the bank or some savings in the money market account for 100k. So you go take away the 70k, you pay the bill, but you have derailed the progress of your savings and your investment. So if you had an emergency fund, you could have just gone, taken away from the emergency fund and paid the debt and left your money away to grow. Okay, emergency fund is important because it prevents you from taking unnecessary debts. Let's be honest, if there's one thing I hate, and I know I shouldn't hate it as a person who's trying to be savvy with their money, is debt. To be honest, debt can make you have sleepless nights. Debt can make you not even be able to make progress on your investment journey, because the more you get, the more it goes away. So if you're in debt, you should focus on getting out of debt before you can save even for an emergency fund, guys. Okay, because if you have more emergencies, the more debt you will accumulate, guys. So an emergency fund is a cash reserve set aside for like 3 months or 6 months or 12 months worth of expenses. It just depends where you are in life. If you have kids, if you're single, if you're married. And by the way, if you're single, comment down below. I have someone you can be great with. Yeah, so it depends with where you are. If you don't have so many expenses, you can save just like 3 months, but it depends with where you are in life. The other problem with us having an emergency fund is that we treat it like a savings account, guys. We need to separate ourselves from our emergency fund. You need to hold your chest like this and say, Basi, my emergency fund is not my savings account, because any emergency could happen anytime. This is life. Emergencies are always lacking, and I could literally withdraw all the money in my emergency fund, use it on the emergency. It is not my savings account. So if you want to have a diversified portfolio, that's what I keep saying, you need an emergency fund, you need savings, you need separate yourself from your emergency fund. Okay guys, you can keep your emergency fund in a high yield savings account. The goal with an emergency fund is not to earn interest or to do whatever. You can just put it somewhere where you are going to be able to access it within a few days or within today if you need it today. Okay guys, the goal is not to earn interest. And also, if your goal is to have like a $5,000 emergency fund, or whichever goal you may have, once you reach that goal, please move on to other investment goals. Don't keep piling up in your emergency fund, because like we have seen, your goal is not to earn interest with it. Your goal is just to keep some money aside. So once your emergency fund is full, like here's your $5,000 for your emergency fund, you can move away to other goals. Okay guys, so the goal today, though, after you subscribe, and after you log off this video, you need to go set aside one of your accounts to be your emergency fund, because I'm telling you guys, this is life. Emergencies are always lacking and you cannot be caught off guard. Okay, the other thing I'd like to advise, especially with international students, please keep your emergency fund somewhere you can access it. Don't keep your emergency fund in an offshore account. Your emergency fund is in Kenya and you just crashed your car here, you need money like today. You don't need to be worrying about international transfers, guys. And that is one problem that I had. Once I had an emergency and I needed the money, but it was in Kenya. Like, there was no way I was going to transfer it immediately. So guys, that is what an emergency fund is for. I hope I have convinced you that you need one, because like I said, it's one of the most important parts of your portfolio, and it will protect you from a lot of risk, a lot of derailment, and a lot of debt. And guys, if you want to gain more insights on the same, you can go ahead and buy my Finance Basics to Become a Millionaire book. And yeah, you can just click on the link below and it will send you somewhere for you to purchase the book. And guys, I appreciate all your support. For those who comment, for those who interact with me, I don't take it for granted. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.